Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Bruin Steel, and this is my Steelers season recap. And as you may know, I'm a little bit late on this video. Playoffs are going on right now, and the Steelers have been eliminated from the playoffs after week 17. Disappointing loss. I was a little disappointed, but not too much because I knew this was going to happen because this Steelers team has a lot of fucking off-season moves to work on this fucking offense. But before I get into the whole recap, I want to just discuss some stuff about this team and stuff like that. Let me get the stat. Ben Roethlisberger. Hang on, give me a second. Sorry. Excuse me. Ben Roethlisberger obviously got hurt this season. Big questions about him if he's gonna return. Honestly, of course, everyone's thinking he's going to return. Yes, he's going to return. It looks like that way. 100%, 90% he's going to return. He still has 2 years in this contract. Um, ever since Big Ben went down, Mike Tomlin found ways to, get the backup quarterback going. Devin Hodges started 3-0. Mason Rudolph had a decent start. And Steeler fans, were saying Mason Rudolph is the future. Oh, well, Devin Hodges is something two of a talent, but this dude is a rookie. He still needs to learn. Um, that's the number one problem. That's the number one issue. Uh, do I need? Do I think that we need to draft another quarterback? Yeah. After seeing what Mason Rudolph did, after seeing what Devin Hodges doing, this dude went 3-0, but he absolutely collapsed. After Mason Rudolph's meltdown against the Browns Thursday Night Football, the whole Myles Garrett situation. We need to get. We can't afford to lose Ben again next season in an injury, and because we're stuck with Devin Hodges and Mason Rudolph. So, it's once Ben retires, it's important for us to find a legitimate quarterback that can actually make plays. The only problem of our offense is that we can't seem to do shit with Fitchner. Randy Fitchner, just I can't stand that dude. That dude needs to go out of Pittsburgh, you know. And yeah, that's the problem with our offense. Our offense probably was ranked like second to last in the league. So the quarterback situation needs some improvement. We need to pick up at least someone in the draft. Just talking about the offensive line, that needs work too because so many penalties this year, so many false starts, so many roughing the passers, so many, roughing the passers on defense, but like so many false starts on Villanova, and this dude like keeps causing us like first downs shit. Like it's absolutely ridiculous, and the offensive line needs work because Devin Hodges got sacked a whole shitload of time. He can't. I think it was the Jets game. Yeah, this dude can't hold on to the ball anymore. Like he trips on his own. He hits his own teammate falling down, calling for a sack. And it's so sad. Running back situation. I love what I have seen from James Conner. Um, this dude can't stay healthy though. He has got injured like 2 times. He just came back. He was injured at one point in the season, came back against the Jets, and he just gets injured again. And Still Maiden. Look, Still Maiden is one of the top video makers in this TTC, and I watched his entire video of his recap video. I'm kind of doing what he's doing, just recapping how the offense went this year and then the defense. I usually don't do it, but I think it's a good format. But it's just my own opinion. Do I think we should move on from James Conner? That's my question. Still made it say that we should. Look, I love James Conner. For me, I think that we should just give this kid another chance. I mean, like, look, he has never been hurt before. This is the first time I believe this kid has been like healthy, and this is the first time this kid has got hurt, and he just got hurt again. But like, look, give him another chance. This dude had made play this year. This dude has, gone so. This dude basically has been through so much this year. I say give him another chance. If we can't, well, look, Benny Snell has been doing stuff for us this year. Jalen Samuels, I don't know what he's been doing. The Wildcat plays have been ridiculous. Sometimes it works. I don't get how you can do it against teams that have like a rush defense. It's insane. I don't get that. But should we move on to James Conner? Should we? Excuse me. Should we move on from James Conner? In my opinion, yes. If he keeps getting hurt next season, if he gets hurt, we should move on to him. But if next season he stays healthy, this dude, look, Steeler Nation, you gotta understand, this kid has talent. I can see it, but he just injuries happens in football. But anyways, yes, defense is the place that we most like was really really good this season. I feel bad because our offense was so bad, the defense wasted their talent, especially DJ Watt. This dude's got to be Defensive Player of the Year. This dude had like so many sacks this year. This defense was second in takeaways. Joe Hayden had 2 interceptions in one game, and the big move that happened was Mika Patrick trading from the Dolphins to us. This dude is a beast. This was a great pickup for us. There was one time he had back-to-back game-winning interceptions or something like that. Joe Hayden, sorry, that was Joe Hayden. Mika Fitzpatrick had interceptions back-to-back as well. This dude is a beast. Stephon Tuitt was playing this year at some point, and then he got hurt. He's also like Ben, done for the season. It's so sad. I love what this defense has been doing. DJ Watt, Stephon Tuitt was amazing, but it's unfortunately he got hurt. That's why we made the trade with the Dolphins to get Patrick. Um, I don't know. Steven Nelson, I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of him. Joe Hayden had an unbelievable year. Um, Cameron Hayward also had a great year. It's Bud Debris. I don't know. Like Bud Debris had a good year, but I don't know. Yeah, he definitely did good. This defense needs maybe a little bit more work because they get tired. Don't get me wrong. This defense, this Steelers defense was meant to have like a lot of secondary problems. And I'm curious if we're gonna draft any defensive players next year in the draft. I don't know. But anyways, that's basically what I think. So many. Look, Mike Tomlin. People say Mike Tomlin needs to go, and then eventually, let's put it this way. What pisses me off about these Steeler fans is like they're saying Mike Tomlin needs to go because there's. Don't get me wrong. There are like games that we should have won, and people are blaming on Ben. At the beginning of the season, like the Seahawks game, he got hurt. People have the right to blame it on Randy Fichtner, but Mike Tomlin, dude, he give him credit a little bit because he had this team going like 8-5 with backup quarterbacks, but these backup quarterbacks just couldn't do shit. Like they fell apart the last 3 games, and it's something. I don't know. Mike Tomlin's staying as head coach. People want him gone because he's been with us for so long now. Randy Fichtner, I want him fucking go. But I heard last night that he's staying for 1 year, so fuck me. As long as he's giving the right plays, I mean, like Randy Fichtner needs training during the off season. This dude can't, like, why would you, like, this dude would run it on 3rd and long. This dude would throw it on 3rd and short. Like, what the fuck are you doing? He does stupid wildcat plays, like, and stupid, like, unmatured situations. Like, so not the fucking right. Let's just say he does the wildcat play, in just a horrible time to do it. Like he does it this time that horrendous time to do it. Um, I don't know. Like the season was just so frustrated. I couldn't watch his offense. His offense was absolute dog shit. Don't get me wrong. We did have good offense in some games. Not the best. This defense has so many takeaways. I just feel bad because DJ Watt is such a great player and his talent's so wasted because this offense can't do shit. But anyways, let's get into the recap video for the season. So going back, I also got a sheet of paper. But anyways, week 1, we traveled to New England, a team that's been owning us in New England. And would you know, Ben Roethlisberger throws for 276 yards, 1 interception. The Patriots destroy us 33-3. That game was so hard to watch, and I actually knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen because the Patriots own us. So, Bud Dupree had 1 interception. Bud Dupree had an interception or a sack, I don't remember. Juju Smith-Schuster, 78 yards. James Washington, 57 yards. James Conner, 44 yards. Vance McDonald, this dude, oh, I loved him this year. And Deontay Johnson, 24 yards. So the Patriots destroy us 33-3. Oh my god, that was an ass whooping. 0-1, as I expected. We start the season 0-1. Week 2, at home, my first home game, 28-26. Ben Roethlisberger, of course, the big story. Ben Roethlisberger gets hurt, a shoulder injury. Mason Rudolph comes in, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Mason Rudolph gets his first start. Dude, Monteith cannot catch. I remember that. Mason, for 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Vance McDonald, 2 touchdown passes. DJ Watt and Stephon Tuitt with 2 sacks. Ben Roethlisberger, obviously, after the game, was announced that he had to get surgery and he will be done for the season. That's when shit goes about to be real. Mason Rudolph almost got up the comeback, but we fell short to Seattle, 28-26. Seattle takes it. We dropped out to 0-2. Week 3 at San Francisco. We end up losing 24-20. Disappointing loss. Mason Rudolph had 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. 2 touchdown passes to Juju Smith-Schuster and Deontay Johnson. Stephon Tuitt with a sack. DJ Watt and Vincent Patrick making a play on the defense. The comeback wasn't good enough. The San Francisco won with the last second touchdown. The 49ers win, and the Steelers drop to 0-3. This is the worst start to start the season. Well, what an absolute killer. Week 4, Steelers versus Bengals, 27-3. Our first victory of the season. Mason Rudolph absolutely torched this Bengals defense. Oh my god. Look, I hate the fucking Bengals. They were absolutely horrible this year. Mason Rudolph, 229 yards, 2 touchdown passes to James Conner and Deontay Johnson. James Conner also had a rushing touchdown. Mark Barron had 1 interception, and the defense went off in this game, sacking Andy Dalton multiple times. Devin Bush with a sack, Bud Dupree, Cameron Hayward with 2 sacks, Jason Harper, Jason Watt also with a sack, and we end up beating 27-3 to the Bengals with a win. The Steelers get on the win column. Our record is 1-3. Week 5, at home against the Ravens. Mason Rudolph gets the absolute horrendous hit and goes down with a concussion, and bring on the third quarterback. Like I said, injuries, so all over the place. Mason Rudolph gets hurt with a concussion. Scary moment, need to get stretched out, but he was moving. Devin Hodges throws for 68 yards in his debut as a rookie. James Conner with a touchdown. Jalen Samuels with a stupid-ass throw, which result in an interception. Overtime, Juju Smith-Schuster ends up fucking fumbling the ball once again, like last year against the Saints, and that has caused us to lose the game by a field goal to the Ravens in overtime. Devin Bush and Mike Hilton both had interceptions. Vince Williams, Bud Dupree, DJ Watt, and Cameron Hayward both all had sacks. 26-26 overtime, and we dropped down to 1-4 on the season. That's just a frustrating part in my part. Like, holy moly. 6, Mason Rudolph is out with multiple concussions. Not multiple, but a concussion, so he's out. Devin Hodges is starting. That stadium, oh my god, that stadium at Los Angeles was absolute amazing. 24-17 win. Devin Hodges, 132-yard passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Absolute amazing game. Just ridiculous. Week 7 is week 7 is our bye week. We come back and face the winless Dolphins, and this was absolutely ridiculous. We were down 14-0, and Mason Rudolph with the comeback. Mason was out. Mason Rudolph was back from concussion, so he brought the team back 27-14. And we are moving on. Week 9, 26-24 Steelers winning the Colts by a last-missed field goal. This was an absolute horrifying, stressful game to watch, but we come up with the win with a Colts missing a field goal. It reminded me of the 2005 game. That was just crazy game. Week 10 was the defensive win, 17-12. Steelers beat the Rams. We end up giving up the first touchdown by a bad play by the special teams, and we end up getting the win, 17-12. Week 11, this was the Thursday Night Football. Mason Rudolph lost his cold. Myles Garrett gets suspended for the entire year by hitting his helmet. And the Steelers played a horrendous game that game. 21-7. The Browns beat us, unfortunately, finally, but they have to do it again in 2 weeks. Week 12, 16-10 Steelers beating the Bengals. We have swept the Bengals so many times now, owning us. We end up getting this win 16-10. The Steelers beat the Bengals 16-10. Sweeping the Bengals, no surprise. We fucking own you bitches, by the way. Week 13, against the Browns at home, we end up getting a redemption, 20-13. And what a great win there. Great win. Week 14, Steelers and Cardinals, 23-17. Devin Hodges. Look, Mason Rudolph lost is cool, and then Devin Hodges started last week against the Browns, so Deontay Johnson had a fantastic game. 1 touchdown punt return. That was amazing. 1 touchdown pass from Devin Hodges. He is the player of the week and player of the game. Week 15, Bills and Steelers. I was at this game, obviously. Bills beat us 17-10. This was our playoff hope. Absolute horrible. This is going to be 4 interceptions by Devin Hodges. This was Devin Hodges' #1 worst game. So that was unfortunate. Next game, Week 16 against the Jets. This was by far one of the worst losses ever compared to New England. Devin Hodges threw 2 interceptions, gets benched. Mason Rudolph comes and gets a touchdown. But it wasn't enough. Week 17, Ravens, basically another playoff contending hope, but it didn't work out. Ravens beat us 28-10 with Robert Griffin III. What an embarrassing loss. Can't beat Lamar or Robert Griffin III. Devin Hodges 95, and that's basically it of the season. So obviously it's been a long, absolute just an absolute disappointment loss and stressful season. 8-8 again. Like I said, a lot of stuff need to be done during the off season. But anyways, that's a recap. I just feel like without Ben, this offense can do stuff, but like I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting out of here, guys. I am Bruin Steel. I'll see you guys later.